welcome back to another episode of my kitchen science show. My name is Miss Reinhart, and today we are going to be doing an activity or an experiment to see if we can make water walk. So the materials that you'll need today are pretty simple, and I hope that you will already have them around your home, but if not, they're pretty cheap to pick up. So you need 2 plastic cups. They don't have to be clear or see-through, but just for the purpose of recording, I want you to be able to see what's going on better. So I used clear, but it doesn't matter if you use clear or not when you're doing it on your own. You also need about an inch or a piece of clear tape. You need scissors. You also need about 30 centimeters of string that absorbs water. So I'm using cotton twine, you can see there, but you can use any string so long as it absorbs water. And one way to test that out is to just cut a little piece off and put it in a cup of water. And if it comes out soaking wet, then it's obviously absorbs water, and that's what you want. You want a piece of paper and a pencil or a marker so you can record your hypotheses and your observations. And this last material is optional, but I'm going to be using it so you can see better what's going on rather than just looking at water. I'm using blue food coloring, but you don't have to do that. So your first thing that you're going to do is take one of your cups and you're going to fill it with water. You're only going to fill it about 1/3 of the way full. So I'm using lukewarm water, so I'm going to fill my cup just like this. So the next thing you're going to do is take your string and cut about 30 centimeters. It doesn't have to be exact, you don't need a ruler to measure, just about 30 centimeters. But you can use a ruler if you want to, of string. So yeah, there you go, it's about this big. So next, I'm going to tilt the camera down so that you can see what's going on better for the rest of the experiment. So next, you're going to take your string, you're going to hold about 2 to 3 centimeters or 4 centimeters maybe of one end to keep it dry. And you're going to stick the string in the water. Now you might have to get your fingers wet, and you really want to soak the string. So you really want to make sure the string is nice and wet besides the end that you are holding. So once you've done that, I'm just going to leave mine hanging over the side there. You're going to take a piece of tape and cut and rip off a small piece. This actually may be a little bit big, so I'm going to cut it down just so that it's big enough to fit the bottom of the cup. So next you're going to take your other cup. You're going to take your wet string out, keeping the dry end visible or in your hand. And you're going to put your piece of tape on that dry end, just like that. So I'm going to move my cup of water over. Next, you are going to take your string and you're going to tape it to the bottom in the middle of your cup. So, should be relatively in the middle. If you'd like to add another piece just to be sure, you can go ahead and do that, which I will as well. Okay, so next you are going to, this is where the food coloring comes in if you chose to do that. You're going to take your food coloring choice and you are going to put a couple of drops into your water. I always like watching food coloring mix in with a liquid because it reminds me kind of a lava lamp. So you're going to put your food coloring in, maybe mix it about and look at it and observe its wonders. And then the next thing you are going to do is you are going to predict what is going to happen next on your piece of paper. So I am going to put this string into the cup of food coloring and put my finger just about 3/4 of the way up and hold this on a slant and try and get this blue water into this cup. So I want you to take a few minutes and grab your piece of paper, and I want you to record what you think is going to happen next. So I want you to put down a hypothesis or a prediction. If you have someone else around you, this would be a great time to have them pull out a camera or a device so that you can videotape this experiment in slow motion. And then you can watch it and replay it after you've done the experiment. Okay, so now I am going to put this string into the cup of food coloring. Okay, and I am going to put my finger in the cup and press the string that's in the food coloring to the side. So I'm going to hold it with my pointer finger against the cup. And next, it's a little bit awkward to hold it, but it's okay. So next I'm going to try and get this water into this cup without spilling it. So I'm going to put it at a bit of a tilt. I'll do it up close and then I'll move back so you can see the slant that I'm using. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm gonna pour it slowly. Whoa! Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna show you the tilt that I have it on. I'm gonna turn it even more. Whoa, are you seeing this? Look at what is happening right now. Okay, I'm gonna bring it a bit closer. Look at that. And my string came out of the bottom of the cup. But look at that. I ended up getting all of the water from this cup into this cup with using just string. So we did make water walk, and it walked along this string. So now I want you to take out your hypothesis sheet and figure out if you were incorrect or correct. And it would also be a good time to pause the video now and look at your slow motion recordings and make some observations and really take some time to think about what could be happening. Okay, so I'm going to explain the science behind how we got water to walk from one cup to the other just through using string. So you probably know that water is H2O, and also know that each molecule of water is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. A drop of water has a gazillion molecules that are held together by electrical molecular bonds. In this case, it's called hydrogen bonding, and it's quite strong. These strong hydrogen bonds allow water molecules to stick together very well and also move down the string into the bottom cup. When molecules grab each other, it's called cohesion. So you moisten the string to help the water molecules stick together and stick to the string. Water molecules can stick to other materials too. The property of different molecules sticking to each other is called adhesion. In this case, water molecules stick to the string and other water molecules stick to them. It's likely that some water dripped off the string somewhere on its downhill trip. This is because adhesion is not as strong as cohesion. Now it's your job to try a different variable, which is something that you can change in the experiment. So try using a different liquid like milk or soda or maybe juice and determine which liquids have the best cohesion. And then maybe try using different strings such as ribbon or a shoelace. Which materials allow the best adhesion? Or you could try changing the dampness of the string. Does it matter how wet the string is? Or does it matter what the temperature of the water is that's used? I don't know, try it out. So that's the end of this experiment. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you learned a lot and had an engaging time and got some cool slow motion videos. Thank you.